Apparently, we are live. Apparently, I'm not sure. Uh, Hopefully, yes. Okay, so mm, yeah, Binary Explorer is an application that I was uh, seeing in my mind after getting inspired by an image, an exercise on this book. Algebra, how do you say it? Algebra by Gelfand and A Shen. And I am solving it. I am sharing some exercises in Spanish uh, for the Spanish uh, speakers because I want to promote mathematics. And here's but the live coding is being in English, and I have a long overdue a live programming session in Spanish that I will share with the Spanish speaker hopefully soon. But this is in English. This is the image. I'm not sure if you're seeing it. Okay, it has some plus signs and minus signs, subtraction signs, and it is about this book is intended to be followed by using a notebook, a pen, because in the other books, the algebra book, the authors say that well, you can use a computer, but you will enjoy it more if you do it. You will miss a lot if you use a computer. With this book, the geometry book, but this algebra book, I think it follows the same idea. This was uh, first. So in here, you will grab your notebook and draw some plus signs, some minus signs, following the directions. And what after seeing the how cool it looks, I just it came to my mind, and I'm not sure if you have wondered yourself how things came into your mind, how thoughts came into existence in your mind, in your brain. Uh, in one of the gazillion, not gazillion, one of the several books that I started with, never finished. Uh, it says that thoughts appears by chance in our brain, but I don't know. I don't know. So coming back to this idea came into my mind about an application because I like the dreaming, and I was thinking, oh, this it would be it would look cool with some colors, some gradients, but I don't know how it will result at the end. So let's get started. This is from zero as always, and just trying to do it. Um, it could be on using JavaScript. Okay, so I'm going to start by opening this terminal, and I'm just going to be with you 2 hours. So at 5 p.m. I will finish this stream and come back tomorrow because I want to play the guitar. It's always the same with me. I always say the same. Well, this time I practice early. So what I am about to show you is my website. Yeah, because I'm going to add the binary explorer into this section, the playground. Okay, I'm saying this not because I want to promote my website, but because uh, this thing I'm going to use. While this is a static website, um, static content, but mm, it is hosted on GigaElixir, and GigaElixir hosts Phoenix applications along other software stacks. Well, that means that we are going to take advantage of Phoenix integration with Tailwind because I don't want to do the CSS manually this time. I did it over here. No, where is this thing? Hobbies in here. We can use a grid to place the minus and plus. And at this pace, it will take me forever. So I better shut up and start coding and stop wasting your time. Well, I am a little bit slow. So yeah, hopefully you see this thing, terminal. I'm going to my website, and I'm not sure if I started this application with or without the Tailwind integration. I am following the Phoenix web framework documentation, and this is how it looks. Mix. And if you click here, I'm showing you this because then you can see this looks great, and it is out of the box, as they say, uh, or as people say. Um, it means that Tailwind is in place. They have integrated another UI framework in this version, uh, but I don't remember if my website is using the Tailwind application. Let us see. Let us see what we have here. We have assets, pretest. I don't know. Let's take a look at this app. So you see, they are using Tailwind. Uh, if you remember, I have a video using Tailwind manually in a Django application, the emojis song, emojisongi. Uh, so yeah, they're using Tailwind, but I don't remember if my website enabled, if I enabled the Tailwind integration, you can opt, you can get to decide if you're going to disable this integration. So let's see. Um, where is this? My website, and let's take a look. Most likely, yes. This Tailwind is there, but I'm not using it. Probably that will be sort of little bit. I don't know. I haven't test this. I haven't tested at this thing, but the thing is, it seems it has been integrated, but we I will make I will make we will make a test. Okay, so let's open this thing in code. Visual Studio Code. Okay, okay. So what? Okay, if you are, as you see, my website is just a static content, but still the routes are there. And as I asked about this in the Elixir forum, but I already have it in place. So they just recommended something back like 2 years ago, if I remember. But yeah, this thing is just HTML with CSS, no JavaScript. And I don't have anything about against JavaScript. I use JavaScript in here. And, and it's a cool programming language, flexible, as I once heard. But what I want to say is static. Probably you know this. If you're serving static content, this is the way to go. This folder in this. You can change it, but probably that's the convention. So these are my pages, web pages, and the router. But this is not about Elixir Phoenix. Sorry. Okay, so let's create. Where is the playground here? Oh, you get to see these two. These are coming. This is late or the beginning of November, and this is probably next year. I don't know. These are the games, and now we get to create another folder. Um, let's call it binary. And that binary is going to create an index. And now we can start coding. And look at this, generate code, select a language, don't show this again. Mm, we can use this new uh, features of Visual Studio Code, but I will tell you like this. This is called Emmet, if I remember correctly. Uh, we are going to click over here, and now we get to put this thing. But still, we will need help with with meta links with the link to the CSS. Hmm. This Emmet thing works. It seems to work like this, but I don't remember. You see, this was many years ago. Very quick way to create your tags. Now in here, you can use that. We can go title, binary explorer, the YouTube thumbnail for this live session is uh, comes from the NetBeans wallpaper that they promote many years ago. And I hope those aren't, you know, some people don't get into trouble by using them. What else? We need some sort of meta, but I don't know by memory the reports and the scale. So I'm going to use the existing in here. Meta name, and we need the char set also. So I'm going to change this. Now, this is the first time that I'm going to use Tailwind, and probably it is not a good idea because I don't want uh, what I want to test. um, I don't want my website to be attached with this Elixir. This was which I will be using a lot, but my website is just static content, so it should be some sort of uh, plug and play stuff. I was using Nginx on Oracle Cloud, and then I came here, and then now I know how to do it in Django to serve this if I ever switch to Django. I'm not sure. I don't think so because these guys are well, you know, this is a cool technology. Also, Django is a cool technology. So, what I want to be able to just move, I need to. Okay, so maybe the uh, integ- to Maybe checking the line integration with Phoenix application. Serving static files only should be done in another video. And let's instead follow what we have. I don't know. And instead use what I have already written in the past. Where is the grid? Okay. I'm not sure if I want to use a table or a grid layout. Maybe both. No, don't listen to me. It's grid layout with a lot of tips in the hobby section. Yes, here it is. A lot of the these are figures. Uh, and as collage. So it seems I'm not using grid layout for collage. Where is this? Yes. Okay, here it is. Now the pictures. Okay, but for the application, it will be now. This is the thumbnail. Uh, binary. This number is a binary number to represent 1,560, which is the year in which this guy. What is this guy? Was born. It seems like this guy is the inventor of the binary system. Somehow I was thinking it was Blaise Pascal. I'm not sure. Uh, this is from the communications of the ACM, and it says that this guy, Harriot, invented. Uh, um, yeah, this Harriot is probably the first inventor of the binary system prior to Leibniz, which is was a great mathematician also. But I wasn't aware of this Harriot guy. I was looking this guy, you see, Blaise Pascal binary system. I can't believe it. Okay, so this is from JavaScript. I can't believe it. Let me open this. What is open with? Okay, so the book says that there is some weights that you can turn on and off. Or it doesn't sound like that, but you can use to build your numbers. And it looks you have the following: one, two, four, the number four, 8, and 60, 16. And then you have some numbers over here. And the book says that if you're going to use a weight, you write a plus sign, this, and the others stay with the minus sign. So there are some other columns in which the minus signs are translated to zeros. One, two, three, four, and one because this is the plus signs gets translated into one. And then there is another column that says get rid of the leading zeros and use only the one. And this is the decimal representation. Okay. So for 3, you will say, I'm not using 16, I'm not using 8, I'm not using 4, but I am using 2, and I am using 1. And you uh, put zeros for the minus, and you put ones for the plus sign. Look at this, 1, 1. And you get rid of the leading zeros. By the way, this is not the decimal representation. This is the binary form at the end. It looks like this. This is 3. Okay, I was rushing to take make conclusions, you know. And for 4, you are going to use this, only the 4. So 0, 0, and you get rid of this, and you see this is not a class of binary numbers, but this is how it will look. So for the application that I don't know at this speed when we are when are we going to finish? Uh, there should be a grid or a table and the interface. I'm going to delete this, or maybe not. The interface will present a button, but I'm not sure if the button should have 3 states, probably 2 states. If the user, it should be, it will start at 0. Okay, look at this, and um, at the beginning, this will be present for demo purposes for the user. This will be presented. This is the first part of the interface, so the user can know what's all about it. And then this will be present for the user to click, but the numbers at the minus sign, the minus signs will be by default. So it will be zeros. This also will be present. And when the user, this will not be present. Instead, the user can continue to play with this row. Okay. And there will be another button somewhere here. Add row. So this row is enabled. Now is enabled with this state. Okay. And the challenge for the user will be to pick full or fulfill or fill uh, an entire grid um, of the maximum numbers that can be represented using only these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits, digits. Okay, so that's what. But in online, it looks very great with some gradients, some flashy thing. Not always translating this into to materialize this stuff. Materialize because it's software at the end of the day. Uh, it's always different. Uh, if you have a device that read mine, probably you're seeing how it looks in my mind. But I don't think such a device exists only on Veritas World, that you can follow on my website and here on YouTube, Veritas World. And, it's great and scary at the same time. So let's get started to code. After 1 hour, so half an hour with no code. But I wanted for you to see the entire thing. I haven't uh, done anything with this. Uh, I just was reading the book and say, oh, this will be good. And it's great if you are seeing this. So at 5 p.m., I'm leaving. Okay, let's get started. We are going to do some manual CSS by copying and pasting with what we already have. And I will try to showcase how you can integrate Tailwind with with your static content. If we do it right now, it's going to take us an hour to search the web to see how that is done. Uh, let's see what's in here. I don't think you can use this right away. Let us switch to the other to dogs that they have available to see how they integrate a tailwind, how they yeah and link. The hello web, and we have the controllers and the hello. Do they have the index? No. Home. Well, these are templates. These are templates, but the layout, there is the layout. Config, no, not config. I don't know if it's by memory. I will eventually know this by memory. By using it, otherwise making a lot of Phoenix web framework applications. That's right. Where is the layout? Most likely hello application. No. I was thinking that inside would be the link to the template. Hello. We have some layout. No layout. Oh my components layout. Here we find the root. Yes. And here they are. They are doing this. How do you say this link? And it says, as you saw, uh, two assets, CSS. We showed you that. I mean, I showed you that. And this is the CSS, but I'm not sure if they are going to use the JavaScript. If they have compiled, the click tool only compiles the things you are using in here. Let's try. We can try. We can try it. But this is uh, I don't know what's this because a link to a style sheet only have rel and href like here. Is it rel and an href and the type, but they have uh, they have this. Let us check just to see. What kind of error do we have? We're going to comment this, add this, and it seems like this complaint. This is called sigil, and it's verifying this that this exists, but it seems there is an error because it's probably is not in the router. We commented. Uh, where is the router in lib? Oh, this got really start something. Oh, this is a language server. Okay, and oh, I don't need the live this live dashboard. But at that point, I didn't know about this. But now I know we can get rid of this. Uh, and in home, page controller, home. So in home, we are sending everything to this. Okay, but I would like for this not to depend on this, static website. But yeah, probably there will be a lot of errors. We'll do it manually, and then we can get into that uh, area. Okay. Mm, what else? Uh, I forgot. Uh, my website. And by the way, never since this content is static. I don't even launch the server, so there will be some errors, I suppose. No, you see. Uh, yeah, this is related to the. Okay. This is related to the version of get text. What I was telling you. Oh, I forgot. Let's open this. This is my website. Now, Binary? Okay. What's all of this? Not router error. Yeah, this is all about the static. Uh, you can do it differently, registering the routes. But I didn't want to do that. What else? Uh, let's try some. Where is this binary? Now I'm not sure if I want to use state winding here. Uh, plus, I don't remember the text yellow. I don't remember this class as my memory. Why? No, I don't know my memory. The tailwind classes. We will look for them. Mm, text Excel. Tailwind, CSS, background. Color. And we have BG background black. We were using text yellow. Okay. And text. Text. What is yellow? Text yellow. Text yellow. Oh, okay. Explorer. Now let's do this quickly. Not quickly. So where is the okay? This is related to some hot learning technology. Okay, so we have Binary Explorer, but it is not. The background haven't changed, have not changed, and the text color is not yellow. But we didn't receive. Oh, we have. Okay, we can take a look at what happened. But again, I'm not going to debug this or fix this because this is about the static content application. Just like like this. Okay, we used Tailwind in Mosonki, and we are going to. We would like to use more Tailwind, especially for the responsive design. But for this, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. Okay. I wonder why this didn't work. So here's the thing. Let's see the console. File to load resource. It, it cannot find this. Where's the network? It's all of this. Yeah, you cannot find the. This one. Set CSS up. We can search online, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let us see the advantage of using Tailwind with grid. Close it, close. Yeah, this is great. This is a let us see that. I'm sorry, I should be doing this manually. That's and this is like when you are going to write an application. I didn't plan this, but at least I'm going to use only that this technology and stick to it. You will be okay. But now, since we didn't have any place to arrive, and now we are just wasting your time. Not mine because I am learning about the timeline integration with the static content. But probably yours is not a good idea. Okay, workers. It's like hello, and the second router. Yeah, we didn't get rid of anything. Yeah, we have the same. Yeah, we didn't get rid of anything. Okay, the route is wrong. How can I refer to that file? And oh, I don't want to use the framework. I'm not using the Phoenix framework. I'm just uh, put the static content because you can we can easily go to the documentation and put the components in the templates. I mean, use the Phoenix Web Framework conventions, and we will be okay with that. But this website is not using the Phoenix. It's not a web Phoenix, a Phoenix Web Framework application. It is just there because the Gigalixir guys host this framework application. They are very generous. So I said, okay, let's go with this. And it's great. I'm going through the docs, but I'm not sure if I think I'm just wasting your time. I'm doing okay. We'll get there. We need uh, we need to find a way to link this file. But I think it's marked red because it does not find it. So how can we do that? We are in one, two, one, two, three, four. I'm not sure if this is going to work. playgrounds. Good playground. Oh, I still don't find it. Yeah, I don't know how to link this. How it works here in Phoenix with Framework. Let's go this way. I'm sure this is say something, or is we need to. Most likely, this is a mess. I should do it from the very beginning manually, and because I started with one goal, coding this image that is in the book, and we ended transforming the thing into how to integrate Tailwind with the static content, which obviously I need to read again the router section in the docs. This part, and here I am here. Yesterday I was reading this, so I will finish this, then come here, and then make another video on this route and how to, understand this. Come back and make a video, integrate, uh, reintegrate, uh, to see how these guys do this. I read this some while ago. While I was doing this. Oh, to use Tailwind. You can use Tailwind without with integration. No. Let me think. That's why you should think of the design priority, or how you are going to integrate a new idea into an existing application. Couple routes. We can take a look at the output of this command. See this work. Hello. Oh, so we have these routes that are registered in the router, but there is nothing in the, only this for CSS and it's related to the dashboard, so this is not. This is not. And we have to say we have socket. Imagine that. So how do these guys manage to? What happens if I get rid of this? Text. It's pure ignorance. Okay, now I'm going to switch at 4 p.m. to the manual CSS, but it was a good tour, if you will. And now I have to read the router and then come back with another video with another title, not Binary Explorer. Mm, what? Okay. Okay, now what is the route now? It's the same. Yeah, instead of, this looks cool. Don't be JavaScript. I'm going to switch to the to the manual CSS because this is another topic. Take note, we will come back to this after going through the routing text because I am still hesitating on uh, coupling my website to this. Okay. And as you see, every folder has uh, its CSS folder. I wanted to tease my even my website and these applications to be able to be extracted, self-contained. But now I am curious about this. Don't worry, I will make a demo of this. New folder. CSS. I need to remove this. From style, my binary. Binary. Hmm, binary. Probably this will be hard. I don't know. And I'm going to paste this. And yeah, this thing is not. It should have a lot. The whole thing. You see, when oh, I didn't save it. I didn't install the recommended Google by Phoenix. There is a recommended to I notify to. Okay, I'm going off topic again. My God. Oh my God. Where is this thing? What's this killer thing? Oh, I was I was exercising these tricks over here. And there is a command in make dir off topic again. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I don't know why I choose those names. Okay. Okay, let's go with this. What's that then? This is for a blog article how to implement functors for a data type in Java. You need to organize this. Okay, do it this way. Yes, some there's something wrong still. We have binary series. Okay, at 4 p.m. Mm, okay, now what's happening? Oh my God. Okay, this app CSS. Okay, 1 hour. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I want to. I I managed uh, to get off topic so easy. Instead of the beginning, instead from the very beginning, say we're going to use manual CSS because my website is not integrated with any. Uh, and I forgot for a moment that I wanted to do only plain uh, manual HTML with CSS. That's the whole point of my website from the very beginning. That's why you don't see any fancy stuff. I mean, fancy like big time stuff. And be careful with your mind. Stick to something, some plan at the beginning, because the temptation to explore is very strong. My website is all about being this simple. But now I am curious about the integration of style wine arriving with the Queen's Quest framework. So that will be for the next week. Okay, now that we are back on track, let's uh, let's see. Look at me showing you this thing. Okay, this is to for our JavaScript. Oh my God. Okay, binary. What is this? And for God's sake, don't do this to yourself. Just stick to the thing. Okay, now then. Thank God we did this. What else we need a header? Hmm. Well, we have tic-tac-toe. Now we are going to get rid of this. I'll say binary explorer. Just, I don't know, it's a good name. And since we don't have anything in place, it's okay for now. And probably main is outside the header section. Let us see. Okay, and that's the section. Okay, now we are all in. Uh, let's start with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably a table would be a better idea. No, this is not tabular data. This is not a tabular data. And using tables for layout is a little bit different now. So let's go with it. For that, we are going to use hobbies. Look at this. Yes, I knew main. It's outside But tic-tac-toe was the first thing in 2023. Mangoes outside the heaven. Oh, section. I didn't press Control S, but now I'm thinking that a good feature for a text editor it will be that save the file if the user is either for about 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then automatically save the file. Because as you saw, I wanted to go to the Explorer, but maybe this is a useless feature. But if the user writes something and then come back to another tab, maybe saving will be a good idea, a good feature. I'm not sure. Or if the user is either for 10 seconds, 50 seconds, they automatically save. So I'm not sure about this. Just thinking aloud. Okay, let's see the hobbies. The collage. Reach B3. I didn't know. But then again, look at me. Now I want to refactor this instead of, okay, this is another task for another feature for another time. Uh, okay, let's start with this. Okay, look at this. Where is this thing? If I don't remember. There is a way to repeat this even to A. But then this is not the time to learn. I'm not time. It's 8. Okay. Sixteen, 8, 4, 2, 1. Uh, Grid, uh, main grid. Okay, now it's time to copy and paste. This time this. Main grid. I want to test something here, sorry. You know what this session should be called? Caleb learning some Caleb exploring something. I was thinking we read the CSS file and bring just me main grid, the perfect editor code editor main grid. Now let's see, it should be 3 rows, 3 columns. Mm, I think 8, 4, 2, 1. Okay, right over here. Oh, because I have one div over here. One, two, three. One, two, three. Four. Then there is another. Let's see. Some web browsers allow you to see the grid over here. The separators. Okay. One, two, three. One, two. This will take me forever. This should be called ASMR. For you to sleep, for you to get asleep. Not a lot of action over here. Okay, so we have it. Let's see if we can just change the numbers. Uh, but now I would like to grid gap is obsolete. Grid gap is obsolete. Okay, it seems like they just want to. Let's see how that will change. No. Now this will be we will need to change this. Why do we have this oh for the row number? Okay. Okay, now what else? This is pure styling. So we said that we will have a static row. This should be a static row. Look, we wasted 1 hour. I can't believe it. Just because. So I think you should establish some principles, you know, and don't abandon those principles or some philosophy unless a better philosophy arrives or idea. Because this website is all about uh, minimalistic HTML and CSS. But uh, now I want to take a look at the Tailwind CSS. But there should be another section for that, another videos, another section, another ideas. Keep that in. I will keep that in mind for the next videos in order to avoid wasting your time, which is very valuable. Okay. Now we need class uh, binary, right, right there. You see, that easy. And we should have 2 hours of enjoying this. And then, but now okay, I'm not sure if anything happened. I've left. Changes. Right. No changes. No changes. Oh, because we have, we forget to put this. Now we will have the numbers aligned, with the leading digits over here. At this point, the user might be confused because the user will be seeing two ones. And oh my God, why is this? What's this number? But then it will be, um, it will be, it should be clear with the next row. More copy paste. And now it's clear for the user that this is the row number two. This should be dynamic, but now it's for placeholder purposes. Starting here, the thing becomes dynamic. You see? Well, the user might be confused. Why I'm seeing these numbers, but there should be some sort of explanations somewhere. Modal dialogue, you know, explain that this is to represent that you are not using the weight of 60 grams, 8 grams, 4 grams. That's why you are using this minus. Now this should be dynamic. Now comes enters JavaScript to the rescue. Rescue. Okay. And now we are going to initialize this. Now how can we? Okay, so we said that at the beginning everything will be minus by default, so the user can click. Okay. Okay, now we need to sterilize these as buttons, and that will how can we on tic-tac-toe. We managed to register events on several regions of the board and grasping the immediate ID. Okay, so how can we do this? I'm thinking in something like following some sort of circle. But it's it should be red. But the user might be afraid, to click something in red or be repelled by the red flag. So it should see some sort of invitation to click. And of course the minus. So this is a shining stuff. Like when you're playing some diamonds, the game of diamonds, some flashing stuff. And then the user, okay, I should click this. And then it should, after the user clicks, it should become, this is a lot of work. Okay, flashy. And the user can click again. Okay. And we should, uh, uh, if since the user should be will be able to add more rows, uh, we need we need to store these numbers somewhere. It is a lot of work. I don't know what I'm doing this for free. Uh, but again, I love this thing, and I would like to people to really feel invited. Okay, now this application exists. You can, click over here. Oh, okay. I will, after finishing this application, I will make a video how to use it. Then the state of the buttons, another, and what else should be in the state of the application? The number of the divs, because these are divs. So we will need some sort of ID, incremental ID per row. So if you read some books, you will find this exercise about incrementing a counter given the number of divs, and you are saying, why do you want to do that? Here's an example of the need of incrementing numbers with, with the divs. It's easy to draw these things and probably make a screenshot of this and put this into some artificial intelligence assistant like a pilot and uh, ask the assistant, AI assistant. So give me the code for this interface. I want CSS, JavaScript, and HTML. Do you know how cool is that for the people to just draw their ideas like this in this fashion, take the screenshot or save the image and input the image. This image should be input to some robot, you know, an antenna over here. And the robot will give you some code, probably not perfect and code or finished code, but you can tweak over this instead of going from scratch. How cool will be to have this robot? Input an image of this idea like this, and get the robot give you the code. We can test right now if Copilot can do that, but this is like I like to do this. Mm, so maybe in the future I will be testing if if it is possible, to input the image and get the code. Not writing any description for the assistant, AI assistant, just the interface in a drawing like this, and see if the robot can do it. I think it's possible. But then again, write something, get creative. But it is a lot of time of you're seeing in this video, just wandering around, sketching. But this is, I think, the future. You know, I suppose in the future people will be able to do that, to do this, because you can. I'm just talking here. of the things I've read. Even if this doesn't exist, from perhaps if you get some funding, you should be able to train some model with these images. You will have a lot of people drawing, a lot of drawings, and a lot of people implementing the drawings, and then feed the model with the images and the code written by programmers. They are expensive. Some deploy developers like Caleb, and and the thing will work. I know that for a fact. Uh, but that's it. That's the whole point. I'm allowed to live, to enjoy playing some guitar. But since I waste 1 hour of your time, I will give you 1,000 hours extra of wandering, daydreaming, and little, just a little of guilt, right? Okay. Mm, so we need to turn uh do this to be, invited for the high schoolers or people, adult people. Okay, I never understand the binary, so we have some buttons. Let's click and see how it's changed and see the decimal value over here. Okay, now I get it. Probably it will be better if I have some figures, or at least to show somehow that these are not numbers, that these are some weights. But I don't know if they were how to balance, some sort of figure of a balance. And you put the weight so the user see, oh, if I assign the value of 2 grams or 2 kilos, 16 kilos to this balance, some button over here will will get pressed because of the weight that you're putting, placing it. The button will not resist the weight and it will get pressed, and some other mechanism will be activated over here, and you will see, oh, so this is how this thing works. Okay, by position. Uh, but that's a lot. So let's get the user imagine instead. Okay, so second row, I need to stylize this as a button since I don't, uh, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't, uh, how do you edit all of these? Only this section. Mhm. And let's use this div uh, plus pushable. No, uh, how do you say this? Bottom minus button. Let's replace one. Oh, but it replaced the whole thing. So let's click here. It should be the Oh no, we don't want that. So I need to only grasp this. Oh, that should be, and then the other. What's the problem? Oh, okay. The background color red. It won't be red. This is just to prove something. Oh my god. Now what? It probably is not. Minus button. Oh my god. And now we're seeing that this should be centered. In class, uh, this class weights. So going through Veritas world, uh, imagine you are a software developer being controlled by someone else remotely, that they are whispering the suggestions and answers into your brain. That would be a little bit sad, because now you are now you don't know if you are doing these things. Well, that's a very dystopical world, Veritas world. Let's hope we don't get into that point, because uh, as Judea Pearl says, I want to see this with my own eyes. But you don't like for you to someone else to interpret the world for you. You want to, okay, let me check by myself, because that's the whole point of being sage sapiens, Homo sapiens. You are able to think. If that's oversimplified, oversimplifying the term. Okay, something else. Right. Weights. Yeah. Weight. Yeah. Plural. It's because I have too many windows open. Okay, now we can go. But why am I doing this now instead of if the more pressing thing is to sterilize the whole thing? Just to check this minus button anyways. Minus button should be different. Plus. You should have another style here. But minus button should be centered. Now let's turn this into a button without being this big. Or maybe yes, being a big button. I was thinking some little fellows over here. I'm not sure if that can be achieved. Yeah, it's better to have it like this because if we reduce if we come if we yes. Besides, there is this thing mobile first that it's better to have to leave it like this. So this will now this looks like buttons. We just need to add some flash stuff and this put this with another color maybe to play along with red. Some gradient. Now if the user clicks here, this should change and this will change. And we will need to detect that the click happens over this element. But we don't, unless we will need to save the state of this button if it is on toggle. Is there any toggle button existing? Some toggle element. Now we have some people already asking for this. And this old school. Right now, you might want to ask a pilot, hey, what's the Google element on HTML? And you will have the answer very quickly, or even prompting some as AI assistant to editor, right? But you know, uh, I like this. But if because I don't have a deadline for this, I should put myself some deadline. But if I am on a deadline, the employer uh, likes to use, likes to modernize the tooling. Again, I'm not against using AI assistants while coding, but since this is just like, spending time trying to promote this in a way that I enjoy too, so I'm doing this. But this is at this point of a little bit inefficient. You see, so let's use to go. Let's, they were thinking in the Stack Overflow they were mentioning is I'm going to answer this because I always come to MDN from many years ago, and W3 schools to have little snippets of code, working code. Don't like in this fashion. W3 schools have a lot of these things, very little code snippets. Right now, you will prompt the thing, you will have the same code snippet. So the battlefield and the software becoming a little bit aggressive for these guys. Okay, so checkbox. It says schedules forms. That's a, I don't know what does this mean, but yeah, it has to do with monster features. What would if you were a dragon? What would you like to have? Scales or horns? That's a question for another day. So instead, I'm going to ask for stylize. That's the correct spelling. Style. Look at this. They don't look like. Besides, it's on the sideways. Let us see what Wine have to offer for checkbox. Yeah, flow by. Now we are paying attention, which is great. Take a look at flow by. You see, this is W3 schools. Okay, so you see, these guys just have the code snippet, and you come here and play, try yourself and tweak, tweak, not twitch, tweak a little bit. And you're good to go. So again, all of this is on the side for this thing. So we are not using checkboxes. This is not likely, but you are unable to put a label in here. Okay, more internet slowness. A little bit. Because I was like this. Be careful, you know, have an ergonomic setup. Uh, all right. Again, this looks cool, but it's not. I don't want to use buttons. Maybe we should. I'm wasting a lot of time. Again, I bring this to the foreground because in the past I have shown that I was listening to some Final Fantasy soundtrack or some other soundtracks, but right now I'm just listening to some what they call classical. Okay, so I don't know what I was saying. Oh, text size. Size. I would like to learn plain CSS. I will read a book on that because I still don't understand this. What's this? This feels like something silly. I'm going to use this instead of numbers. Do we use image instead? No. As a round. Or the radius. Like that. And 25. Okay. Trying to add some animations. No, this does not looks cool. Someone might say, come on, do the click thing, which is more important than instalize the thing. It is important because then at the end you you find yourself having a functional application that it has challenges in styling and responsiveness. So those things are important. And depending on your level of acquaintance with CSS, the same challenge. I suppose there should be another. I don't know. Maybe because of this. Exactly. This plays a role in here. If you have this, then you don't get anything. It should be independent of having a typo over here, but it seems the algorithm that code auto-completion algorithm is taking into account what you have written, which should be. That's why it's called auto-completion code auto-completion, but in here it's just an error, and they're trying to come up with another place and, you know, have recommendations. If it's, let us go to another place. Background. You see, in here, there's nothing. There's no error on surrounding error, and you get your thing is linear gradient. And I don't have the parameter of linear gradient. I would like to have the parameter to see if there is a percentage, but at least it's something. But in here, so this thing is blocked scope, I suppose. So I'm not sure if this okay, linear gradient function, but you don't get to how you get the how you can say okay 10%, 90%. You can get to say okay, nothing again. So it's the what's wrong with this? So they have this rotation. What the heck was? There's only one, right? Oh, so this is the last. The thing just look like buttons. Not sure another color we play along with reds. it doesn't look quite good in here. Yeah, there should be some media queries. Yes, but that's not a. I have solved this for my website, at least for three devices, three screen sizes. Yeah, this is cool. And this looks good. Let's try 15. You see, this is cool. No big deal. And in here it still looks cool. And in here looks cool. So this is the way to go. I wonder about this color. This looks cool.